Hey guys, I am back. It is I, Robbie, with the Rad Movement for the Rad Movement. And I am here to talk to you about my last 2 weeks. I have been at home with COVID. Yay! For those of you that haven't had it, it sucks. It is like the fatigue disease. It's fucking lame. So my nephew Christian, he lives at the house with us, and we didn't know he had it. And then Donna got it, and then a few days later I got it. So it's been a pain in the ass. We had to cancel 2 conventions that we were gonna do. I haven't been able to go to work or anywhere really. It's just been fucking annoying. I'm still a little congested. I don't know if that's coming across in the video, but yeah, I still got, you know, clogged head a little bit. But it's been a real wild one, man. It sucks. It throws off your life, right? Cause like, you know, you get a little bit of a cold, no big deal. You go back to life shortly thereafter. But this COVID thing, like, you got to deal with it. You know, you got to sit around and sit with it. And for those of you that have been following my story for a few years, I did enough sitting when I lost my leg. So I don't really like sitting around not doing anything. On the flip side of that, I actually, to a degree, don't mind it because I've had like kind of a vacation. I've got a lot of art projects completed. I hung out with Donna a lot, you know, laid around watching TV and movies and stuff. My nephew Christian came and watched some TV and movies with us. I did some art with Christian. So it's been kind of like a welcomed break, but at the same time, I'm ready to get back to life. And so now I'm also very lucky because Chad, as you guys may know from these videos, his mom just passed away from it. So I'm really lucky that I've just got some symptoms. So please don't think that I'm over here like, boo-hoo, poor me, because I'm really not. Like I said, it was kind of nice to not be allowed to have responsibilities. But it's been weird, you know, because man, after week 1, you're like, okay, kind of getting tired of sitting around. And then week 2, you're like, all right, I'm really tired. And now it's like, fuck, man, like we're rolling into the 3rd week of sitting home. But it's a thing, and it's a thing that I went through. It's a thing that I had to go through. It's a thing that I'm going through, and it's a character building exercise. Yay. Because everything that challenges us, you know, challenges our character. And then in that, it's like, okay, well, what am I? Who am I? You know, what does this speak of me? Like, did I make it? You know, like emotionally, like, was I able to make it? You know, like, very little outbursts and, you know, frustrations and like poor me's. I had a couple poor me's, don't get me wrong. You know, I full disclosure, I didn't want to go to these last 2 conventions, but now that I didn't go to them, I'm like, I probably would have rather gone. But at the same time, would I? Because like I said, I did appreciate the break, you know, the break in life. Because when you have such a busy schedule like I do, you don't give yourself time. You don't take the time. Like I've started to take an extra day off a week, and that's nice. But then I fill, you know, one of my other days off with doing interviews and, you know, just all kinds of other behind the scenes stuff that is a part of, you know, the rest of the stuff. So, you know, am I taking more time for myself, or am I just divvying up my time better? Probably the latter rather than the former, you know. So I'm probably just giving myself, you know, more time to do the things I need to do and not trying to cram myself down, which is nice. And even at 40 years old, I'm still like trying to figure out ways to figure it out. And so I think that's probably been one of the good things, one of the silver linings here. It's, you know, I've been able to just sit and think, or not think, actually. I'm a big weed advocate. I think marijuana's not a bad drug. But at the same time, I do a lot of dabs, and it's been affecting the way I hear my breathing. Like there's been a wheeze here and there. So I've not done a dab in like 2 weeks, and I don't really miss it. You know, I enjoy getting stoned, that's fun. I enjoy the calming aspects of it when life gets too ramped up in my brain, but I actually like living, and I'd like to live longer. And if, you know, I'm feeling and hearing a wheeze, then that's probably not a good thing. So, you know, COVID's kind of brought a couple of nice things into my life. The fucking time that me and Donna have been able to spend together has been really awesome. Like, I haven't enjoyed sitting around and laughing with her the way we have in a very long while. So that's been really cool. So, you know, I've had a lot more time to talk to my mom on the phone and talk to my son on the phone. So it's been a weird ride. And I know I've said that a number of times, but it just has. I haven't been able to work out so much, but I've kept my diet pretty decent on point. I did lose my taste and smell for a while, so that was kind of lame. But you know, in this, I'm finding that I enjoy making myself fruit and veggie smoothies every morning. So like, that's something not new, but new again, I'm reintroducing back into my life. So while it's been stupid and it's been annoying and it's been inconvenient, there have been silver linings in this, and that's appreciated. I like that. I like being able to lay around and just, you know, snuggle with Donna on the couch and the puppies, and, you know, live in my home that I love so much that I don't really get to appreciate so much because I'm always doing something. So it's been kind of nice on that aspect. The other morning, was it yesterday morning, I was laying in bed, I couldn't sleep, so I decided to eat some hallucinogens. I don't usually get to do that just out of nowhere on a Sunday morning because I'm like thinking of other things and whatnot, but like I did. And like, it was a weird ride. There was a lot of discomfort there. And that's one thing that I'm realizing. Sometimes the choices I make bring me some discomfort, and I have to ride that wave. And I'm still trying to unpack what I learned out of that trip other than love and appreciation, which is cool because like, basically every time I've done hallucinogens since I've been with Donna, I realized like love and compassion for the ones you're around, specifically Donna. So that's been kind of cool. I do believe in hallucinogen therapy, only if it's right for you, because it can be a really wild ride. It can not work out for some people, and you know you, so don't do things you shouldn't do. But yeah, it's just been a weird ride, man. Life, it is, you know, it is weird. And that's just one of the things that I think I'm learning. You know, you don't always get what you want, but if you blah, 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 you get what you need. I don't know the rest of the song, but you know what I mean. You don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. And sometimes what you need is better than what you want. Another good thing is I've had more time to just breathe and do some meditative practices. So, you know, in the mornings I've been doing my meditations with my headphones. I like to get on YouTube and do guided meditations and just lay in bed, and sometimes I fall back asleep. And that's like cool because the power of the subconscious mind is phenomenal. And when you sit there and you're asleep, your subconscious is able to soak everything in. So it's been very nice. I've been able to soak in a lot of self-love and manifestation type what's the word? Meditations. So that's been really cool. And so I guess the long and the short of it is, yes, COVID really sucked, and there was parts of it that really got my goat. You know, I've had a hard time with not being able to work. That has been my worst. Not being able to work at home, not being able to go to the conventions. The funny thing is I didn't even want to go to these conventions. Now I'm like, maybe I should have just not complained so much and the universe wouldn't have given me a way out of the conventions. So be careful, all right? Be careful of what you fucking put out there. Because you don't always get what you want. And sometimes when you get what you want, it's not the way you wanted it. So think of that. And just fucking be happy, man. Just be happy that you're here, that you're alive and able to see another day, and give the love that you're trying to give, and just accept that life is great. And even if it bothers you, even if it gets frustrating, even if you don't get what you want, you're getting what you need out of it. So, that's this Monday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, please like and subscribe. Check out all the other videos because we hit on a lot of topics, right? And some of them really might help you. One of my favorites, actually two of my favorites, were the ones about overwhelm, and then two of them I did about grief and loss after I lost my dad. So send some love out to Chad for his family, please, because I know that's been a tough time for him. I know he just texted me yesterday. He knows the memorial tattoo he wants to get for his mom, and we're going to do a video on that when we tattoo him, which should be soon because I have a little bit of free time. As soon as I get a negative COVID test, I'm going to tattoo again. So yeah, also I did a really cool interview with somebody named Chelsea Aniceto for Ink and Alchemy. That's coming out in October. You're gonna see me advertise that on my social media pages. So when you see that, I am being interviewed. So that's always fun when I get to get interviewed because it's, you know, just a different perspective. So yeah, all that. Love you guys. Once again, like and subscribe, share, let your friends know that the Rad Movement is rad and we love you and we're rad and so are you. And have a great fucking day. And just be happy with where you're at, even if it's at home with COVID, okay? Because that's where the fuck you're stuck until you're out of it. I love you guys. Have a great day.